Okay. Yo, what up? What up? What up? What the fuck? Hold on here. Yo, what up? What up? What up? Oh shit, let that go. All right, we good. Everybody ready to roll? Everybody ready to pate? All right, hold on. Let me find this fucking Discord, motherfuckers. Dude, I'm on my laptop here and it's like a shit show. Give me 1 second. I can never log into anything. I know. I'm working on it. Ah, bum, 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 bum. Everybody in? All right, all right. Make sure the degenerates in the chat room get in. Whoop. Let's get everybody in. Yes, NVIDIA earnings is after hours. We'll take a look in a hot second. All right, let's do it. All right, I got everybody in. Let's fucking party. Cool. All right. Good morning, motherfuckers. All right. Yeah, we got a small gap down in the market. I wouldn't say much. We had a couple things going on. there was earnings from Lowe's, home, I believe Lowe's, Home Depot that turned out to be uh, a little bit nasty in terms of their guidance. Mrs. Views is the do-it-yourself customers pull back. So that came out a little bit nasty. You know, you can see Home Depot's also pulling back a little bit, but they already had their earnings. But it was the Lowe's that came out that's come across a little bit nasty, saying, hey, man, people ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. So we got a little bit of a pullback in the markets. I wouldn't personally read too much into it because I think there's still a lot of like really, really hot setups. And, you know, we'll have to kind of keep mind of a few of these. I believe today Zoom had earnings out. I think this is going to be one to watch. It's gapping down a little bit today. We'll see how it reacts. We've seen of recent, not always, but a lot of these kind of names, like see AMAT, and AMAT had this big gap down into support here, and then it rebounded over the next 2 days. I'm a little bit curious to see how Zoom reacts. I wouldn't be so quick to just try to ORB this to the downside because we've been seeing of recent these kind of subsequent pullbacks, right? So what we want to be doing today is be just a little bit more selective, and we'll get this pate going. Get these guys in. Hold on. Let's see. Bam. All right, cool. So, a couple things we need to be mindful of. We are just gapping down, but we're gapping down into yesterday's breakout spot. So, if you look over here, right, we've got a breakout spot on the QQQs. We are just gapping down into that zone. So, we're not necessarily like, yeah, we're down 0.5%. Yeah, we're a little bit overbought. Yeah, we're a little bit extended, but we are coming down into just a little bit of a sweet spot in terms of range. So, I wouldn't read too much into this gap down yet. Probably the play is still to red to green these things, or to find levels where we're going to have some kind of, some type of dip and hold or something along that end. So just something to be mindful of. I'm thinking around this 387, 380 is personally where I would, be more comfortable trying to shred some longs. I do not want to get too heavy into the short side just yet, unless we saw like, some just epic kind of news out or something like that. Now we are getting into that kind of tailspin where, one day we're going to get a big swoosh. We just don't know when it is. So you don't want to step in front of it just yet, especially while the market's been so gosh darn bullish of recent. I know And it's like one of those things, like it's easy to want to step into the shorts because it's just sometimes like sometimes we look at it and say like, man, well, I missed all the good stuff. What are we gonna do? But we don't want to step in front of that just yet. Da, 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 da. All right, now let's take a look at these gappers here real quick, and then we'll kind of go back through the indexes and have ourselves a little fun. All right, we got the MCAF, Mountain Crest acquisition, blah, blah, blah. This is a big pump and dump. I'd leave that alone. SYM. Now, look, this is a blast from the past. This was actually for a hot second running with all the AI companies. You can see here because they do some kind of robotics and all this kind of bullshit. But this was actually running with the AI companies. We're seeing these huge pushes. See, this thing has a low of a float here where you can actually get like really turned up. So we got to gap up on this. Like this would probably be something that's right up our alley. It's got probably going to have some sick range on it. So I would actually, dude, I'd come in hot on something like that. Jump. There we go. Hold on, I'm just getting rid of a couple things here. All right, so let's go back into this SYM. So first of all, you're up 27%, right? So there's not much you can do about it right now, but this is like prime time candidate for like a first dip kind of play, right? Let's see how this thing hangs off at the open. This has got a chance to do some good work here. What do you think? My worry on this, what's going to be the big worry? The big hairy butt is, of course, that it's going to have a little bit of a spread. So we'll have to be a little bit careful on that aspect of things, but I still think we've got ourselves some good chatters over here, potentially. We got old Burlington Coat Factory here. Da, da, da. Let's take a look here. Let's see what old Burlington's got up its sleeve. Oh, look at this, man. Do anybody remember the suits of this back in the day? For those of you guys from Michigan, you remember the old Burlington. Telegraph Road had a Burlington Coat Factory off the hook. You get two suits for $50 with ties. I mean, that's some good that's some good stuff right there. I'm not sure if I'm black or white. I think it's just the camera. I'm on a Dell. Like if you ever like look at the app, like a MacBook camera versus a Dell camera, like you just don't get all the same juice. Let me see. This fucking mouse sucks. Hey, Mom, will you give me a new battery for the mouse? Huh? Double A. This thing is a Randy. Yeah, let's add this. I don't know if it's going to be that hot because it's got like only a 91 volume so far, but I got this. We got Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh, we got big old Dick's Sporting Goods here. Big old Dick's Sporting Goods. Man, this actually has got low enough float where you may have yourself. I think so. You should, we got a big base breakout here over 120. You're sitting there at the 200-day moving average. I don't see why not. What do you think? You don't need to go to a store. I just need one battery for the mouse. Here, just give me the battery. I know how to do it. Thanks. I'm good, Dad. Thanks. All right, go, Dad. I got to work. Fuck. All right. That might work a little bit better. All right. Sorry about that. Always a mouse problem. All right. We got Dix here. Let's add this in. You got low float. You got earnings out. Fiscal non-GAAP earnings, net sales rise. What's going on? Dude, I'd roll with this for now. What do you think? Yeah, let's roll with it. All right, go Groupon here. See, this one I'm not into because like you got like this kind of pop in the middle of nowhere. No good. Yo, what's up with this one? Anybody see? Outperform $12 target. This can work. I'll tell you why. It's Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving week is like notorious for this type of specific action. Where you going, Kush? Kroger. Why? I don't think Kroger's open at 9 o'clock. This could work. Turkey week, you got 500,000 shares of volume already. I like the overall look of this. What do you think? Dude, let's keep it. Yeah, I think this has got a good shot. Look, this is already getting pushed. Turkey week is like notorious for this kind of play. Like there'll be always something that all the traders pile into. Tis the season, and this is also right the Nepalese Tesla. So I mean, you have also that going for you. Cool. Yeah, let's add this bad boy. Da, da, da. I think you can leave this AI alone. They did all these layoffs yesterday. It's not even a real AI company. All right, I think that's it for the earnings. So let's go back through these. I got a couple things I want to do today. This is a game plan. All right. Mara, I want to come in around 1010, 1020 and see if this thing gets some traction here. You got finally the breakout over the 200-day moving average and this trend line break. That thing is ready to party. If we can get ourselves just a little bit of a dip, I think we'll be good to go. Let's add that one. right? ZM's going to be in play today. You can see like already this big speed up here. I think that's going to be hot. Coin, keep an eye if you get 102, somewhere in that 102, 101 to 100, anywhere in that dip zone. If we see that 100 start to build, we want to come in hot on something like that. I think that's got a good look to it. YMYM, 30 million shares in volume yesterday. You had this big flat top breakout yesterday. Now you got a week open on this one. That was big. That's the most volume it's had in quite some time. I mean, that I've ever seen looking back on this. You can see like it goes back to maybe a couple years. Like I think that one's ready to party. Let's hit that for the red to green. Junk, junk, junk. I think Palantir needs to test back into that 20. Dude, I really dig this one here too. I want you to keep an alert at about 50.25. 50.25. I think that's a 6 windows worthy right there. Right, yeah, go 60.25. If we get a break on that, I don't think you want to hit that one on a pull. If we get a break on that, we're going to be good to go. SMCI, big trender yesterday, 18 points. I can never catch this fucking thing. 18 points yesterday, though. All right. I want to see this thing come back in. Let's say, what do you think about 296? Hell yeah. 296, we can come in hot on this. That's going to retest the breakout spot. You're already getting close. I mean, this is like a prime time. You get a nice dip on this, 10 points down here. It'll use up a good chunk of its ATR, and then you can have yourself some fun. I am Randy, and I am Tandy. This is nice. Let's get this thing, man. I got 2 levels here. This trend line break, 296. That's hot. I mean, there's no getting around that one. I think that's a 6 windows too. What do you think? FSLY trendline break yesterday. You finally got over this 18 spot. You got a week open. Watch for any tests back to 18. I think we're ready to party on that one. And then this is, I think, probably going to be one of our top ones, right? You got flag breakout setting up on a FERB. It is a little bit heavily watched, meaning like there's a lot of people that tend to, that are kind of always staring at this thing. So it can give a little bit more fits and starts. When a stock is very heavily watched, they don't move necessarily as close, as good as you want. But yesterday it had good range. We had a good shred on it. Nothing crazy like 60 cents or whatever, but I think that one's got its shot. Get rid of this shit. Yeah, let's go. I think this is probably, man, this has got it. It's going to retest at 25. Dude, we ready to party on that one. This needs 2 more days. I think you got this big, this was a earnings breakout. I think one more sideways dip. I want you to set an alert because if it just breaks 14.15 for a day trade, we could still take it. The swing trade entry is still a little bit far, but the day trade entry, like we're still in the zone. And then I think this one's really coiled up. So look, after this big push, right, you get this, like, it's kind of, you see when they start to grind down like that, that's when they can get really, that's when they can get juicy. Layoffs. See this Etsy too? This I love this kind of pattern. It's very similar to W. See, like you got where you're going back right around this like kind of 72. I'd go like 73 to like 75 zone right there. If you start to push out of that bad boy, I mean, that sets up a straight move to 200. You got low float on this 100 million shares. Like that's going to be, that's a buenos. Oh, yeah. What are we missing here? All right, let's go top picks now. All right, let's get into the tops. Hold on, I'm just moving around some stock boxes here. All right, cool. All right, top picks. Let's go top picks here. All right, top picks. We got these earnings plays. You got SYM, BURL, Dicks, Big Dicks. And then we got VFS, probably VFS for the more speculative nature. Out of the regular companies, right? I'm talking about just regular, right, setups. I want to hit the tap back on SMCI. I want the 50-25 break on W. I want any kind of tap back between 102 to 100 on coin. We want to hit this affirm. We want to look for the QQQs if it starts to pull back there also. I think that's going to be a sweet spot too. Let's go. What are we missing here?
My Mac charger?
I have it right here. You need it? Yeah. It's charged. I was just using it for a sec. That one. Thanks, man. Okay, what are we missing, bros? Cool. Let's fucking party today. Go make sure the other 6 windows is looking clean too. I want you to put ENPH on there too. Yeah, always keep Tesla on. You know, Tesla and NVIDIA, those are kind of a given. All right, let's fucking party. Coins holding. Tesla's pulling back a little bit. Remember, the market sometimes got to shake out at the open when it's like this. Let things pull back a little bit. Ba-da-bum-bum.